today's video, one of my favorite scent profiles in the world of perfumery, of course, the Boozy scents. If you guys love a great spicy, boozy, ambery scent, you're definitely in for a treat. Stick around. The brand new 2025 release, Notorious XO from M.Micallef is up right now. Welcome back to another video. 𝗥𝗿𝗄𝗏 here. If you do love to make a great lasting impression, you already know smelling good is a great way to start. Of course, today we're going to talk about a fragrance. It's a fragrance review of the 2025 release, brand new from the house of M.Micallef, which I love. M.Micallef, or Micallef, is a brand that is radicated in Paris with an Arabic, Middle Eastern, Lebanese background. So there's a lot of homage and respect to that region within their fragrances. And, you know, as we know over the years, there was actually an Oud 001. It was exclusive to Oswald, New York, which was a limited edition, I want to say over 14 years ago at this point, which was a great oud-based scent, which is sadly discontinued. I'm hoping that they would bring that fragrance back at some point. But today, I digress. I'm going to talk about, this just goes to show that I'm a big fan of this fragrance line and brand for many, many years. And this is their brand new 2025 release, Notorious XO. Now, this was, of course, paying homage to great cognacs, spirits. You know, this is going to be a fragrance that's going to be predominantly a cognac, boozy type scent. There's a lot more notes that we're going to talk about. This is actually a full review. I've been wearing this fragrance for close to a month now. Absolutely in love with this fragrance. The box here is very minimalist. We're going to start off, of course, with the presentation. This retails for about $260, $275, give or take. You can find this, of course, at authorized Micallef sales points, you know, boutiques, niche boutiques, and of course, websites. If you have to see this at discounters, I don't think you're going to be able to find this at discounters. It's going to have to be really authorized Micallef sales, points of sales, of course, and the official Micallef website for that matter, which I'm not even sure they ship to the US. So your best bet is going to be finding it at places where Micallef fragrances are sold. This one in particular, I picked it up at Max Aroma, maxaroma.com. I'm going to have it, of course, details below with the codes. You know, if you guys want to pick up a bottle, you can. And of course, as always, if you want to try before you buy, you can do that as well, which I'll talk about in a few minutes. But of course, here's the box presentation. Beautiful satin finish, smooth kind of a box with the Notorious XO M.Micallef logo here in bronze and gold. As you open this, it slides out like a beautiful sleeve, and you left off with the bottle that sits perfectly in here with this felt and foam velvety kind of material. Have all the information here in the back, which gives you the batch code, you know, all the ingredients, all that good stuff in Arabic and English as well. And of course, the bottle itself is gorgeous. It's this beautiful bronze, ambery kind of a shiny finish. The cap is also shiny with M.Micallef logo up top. You have all the information here, M.Micallef. There's a label at the bottom, which again will match the back of the box itself. I do enjoy bottles when they have texture. So this one here is a bottle that I do enjoy. And by the way, this is only offered in 100 ml, 3.3 ounces like you're seeing here in this video. The bottle itself has this gorgeous texture, as I was saying. And Micallef is also embedded here on the glass, as well as Notorious XO. The name of the fragrance is right there as well. So I actually know what this smells like, but I'm gonna take it again here for an introduction. Gorgeous sprayer. You can control it depending on how hard you push the atomizer. It is pressurized for that matter. And the open here is absolutely gorgeous. Now, I smelled this fragrance about a year ago plus, and I know this fragrance was in the works for many, many months before it was actually available for people to try in Cannes in France back in 2024, which is when I actually tried this fragrance. Now, here's the thing. When you spray this fragrance on, two things will greet you right at hello. Number one, a gorgeous boozy cognac and fruity accord. Now, the fruitiness here, again, there's no fruits listed as a note. It's a very spicy and boozy type scent. Cognac is, of course, the main player here. You have cardamom, cinnamon, black pepper, tons of spices. But what they don't list here as a note, and I definitely get it predominant here and present, is going to be a fruity passion fruit accord. Again, not listed as a note, but if you have a seasoned nose and you love fruity scents, and you're familiar with the note of passion fruit, the fruit itself, it's going to be very apparent and present here, especially in the first 10 to 15 minutes. It will go away, but it definitely has this gorgeous fruitiness to it that as soon as you spray it on, it's gonna catch your attention, and it's gonna be very different from other boozy scents alike or of the same genre, which I'll talk about in a few minutes, what this reminds me of. But that particular boozy, spicy accord, along with that passion fruit, sweet fruitiness that you get here is very uncanny. and very particular to this particular scent. Notorious XO, of course, is going to be classified as a boozy, spicy, leather, ambery type scent, and you're going to get all those profiles throughout the life of the fragrance. That cognac that greets you at hello here, along with the fruitiness, will be the main player, or what's going to really surround the composition from beginning to end. So if you do love a great boozy and fruity and spicy ambery type scent, you're going to absolutely fall in love with this one from hello, and it's going to be that main profile that's going to surround the composition from beginning to end. Within 15 to 20 minutes, you get into the heart portion of this fragrance, the development, which I love. You do have a tonka bean and vanilla presence here that will become more apparent from the heart into the dry down, making the scent sweeter and creamier. There's other creamy notes that will come to play, which we'll talk about in a second. The leather is also very apparent here in the heart, as well as the quote unquote more mature elements of this fragrance, the oak moss and the lavender, which again, when I talk about what this fragrance reminds me of, this is another one of the differentials of this fragrance, along with that passion fruit up top. The oak moss and the lavender, two notes here in the heart will also make this fragrance quite assertive and a slightly more mature kind of a presence in comparison to other fragrances alike, which again, we'll talk about it in a second when I talk to you guys about what this reminds me of. So overall, gorgeous development here, sweet components, but also some mature, assertive, and classic kind of a vibe with that oak moss, adding the green, spicy nuances along with the gorgeous green lavender and the creamy note that will come to play as soon as you hit the 30-minute mark into the dry down, because then at this point, you get the Mysore sandalwood, which is a great sandalwood note that this has, which will add this amazing creaminess to the fragrance along with the leathery accord. The leather will definitely come to fruition even stronger in the dry down phase, along with that creamy sandalwood, making this fragrance again, mature, assertive, elegant, and definitely one of a kind. So let's talk about performance. Performance was actually very good with Notorious XO. This is gonna give you 10 plus hours. If you spray your clothes, it's gonna be 12 plus. Projects for 2 to 3 hours, very strong. So if you go crazy and happy trigger, you're going to get a little bit cloying, I guarantee you. But if you go 4 to 5 sprays, which is normally what I do, it's gonna be quite great. You're gonna get, like I said, 10 plus hours to spray your clothes. You're gonna get well into the 12-hour mark. Projects for 2 to 3 hours, very strongly, very powerfully, and the sillage and scent bubble with this fragrance are absolutely amazing, above average for sure. So performance, definitely above average, close to beast mode on this one. Best times to wear this fragrance, of course, dresser situations, evening attire, when you want to really evoke great class, fine taste. I think a gentleman out there, this definitely leans more masculine, but a lady that likes this type of profile will love the fragrance. Evening wear, dresser situations, assertive, elegant kind of occasions, and of course, best season suited for this one, I'd say fall, winter, the seasons we have going on right now, autumn into the winter season, which we have right now, and early spring will be the best seasons for this fragrance. Definitely cooler days to rock this fragrance. Summertime, it can get cloying. If you're gonna be somewhere where there's air conditioning, controlled environment, you can go a couple sprays, 2 to 3, you're gonna be okay. Don't overdo it. It's a very sweet, heavy, ambery, boozy type scent and spicy in the high heat, especially if you're walking in high heat with this fragrance, you're gonna get a little bit of nauseating, a little bit of headache, and people around you are definitely gonna get a little bit, it's gonna be a little bit cloying, a little bit annoying, because it is a heavier, spicier scent profile. However, cooler days, fall, winter for sure, you could definitely even rock this as a daily driver, signature scent. It's definitely gonna check a lot of boxes. If you really wanna evoke, a great presence, best foot forward kind of a situation and attitude about yourself, this is definitely gonna give you exactly that. So what this Notorious XO, from Micallef reminds me of. So here's the deal. This fragrance is its own thing. It borrows elements, of course, from different things you might know, you might have gotten your nose on. So it's gonna remind you every now and again of different things, which I'll talk about the 3 things that reminded me the most, but it does its own thing. From that fruity passion fruit to the leathery, green lavender heart, to the creamy sandalwood in the base, this fragrance with the leather vibe also throughout the fragrance. I love the cognac here, guys. It's done to perfection. I really like what they did here. It's an extremely great, mature, spicy cognac-based scent with an ambery, vanilla, and spicy kind of a dry down. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's gonna do its own thing. Some of the things that will come to mind when you smell this fragrance is going to be 𝗏𝗏𝗄𝗏, for example, especially 𝗏𝗏𝗄𝗏 on the rocks, which is the latest one I talked about here on the channel. That one has a stronger citrus opening. This one here has a strong fruity passion fruit opening. And then of course it goes into a different direction. That one a lot more playful, definitely a lot more androgynous, a lot more unisex. This one, because of the oak moss and the lavender, is going to lean more towards the masculine, gentlemanly kind of a profile. Also reminds me a little bit of Pure Malt from Angel, minus the tar note. That one has a whiskey profile. This is a cognac profile. They're very similar. Of course, that one has patchouli heavy in the dry down. This one does not. And also Pure Malt from Mugler has been long discontinued, so you can't even find that fragrance. But if you like that fragrance, if you really enjoyed that one, and you're looking for the next best thing or something to be an alternative to that fragrance, this one will definitely fit the bill. And there's another fragrance that I love from the house of Les Indémodables called Vanille Havane. That fragrance has a lot of particularities that are similar to this fragrance, minus the tobacco. This one does not have the tobacco. Vanille Havane is, of course, a tobacco-based scent, tobacco predominant scent. This one here, more of a boozy predominant scent, so they go into different directions. But to give you an idea, if you do like that kind of a profile, you're definitely gonna enjoy this one as well. Final thoughts here from Micallef Notorious XO. This is going to be one of the best releases of the year. It's gonna be featured for sure at my top. It's November already, so by the time you're watching this video, that's about a month left or a month and a half left for the year to be resumed. So I definitely have to tell you here right off the bat that this is going to be one of my favorite niche releases of 2025. When I do my top releases of the year, you can expect to see this fragrance. Is absolutely phenomenal. I'll be wearing this for quite a while now. It's definitely a great one, especially right now, fall into winter. It's one of my go-tos. I didn't have this fragrance when I put together my top fall, but I do have it now. So you're gonna be sure to see this one in top lists, most likely my top winter. But overall, guys, Notorious XO, a great release from 2025. If you have gotten your noses on this one, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on this one. If you like it, love it, hate it, love to read your comments in the comment section of this video. Of course, show your support if you haven't already. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and of course, hit the bell so you get these videos straight into your feed. I'm your guy. I keep you in to know all things fragrances. All details below, codes, where I found this fragrance. And of course, you can try it before you buy it at perfume.com. Partner of this channel, use my code MAX15 and save a ton. There's a tab called Deals where you can actually, there's a clearance tab as well. You can actually use my code MAX15 on top of those savings to save even more. So again, perfume.com, the best place to try it before you buy. You can try anything, not only this, but anything that's new and relevant in the world of perfumery. Guys, thank you so much. Stay fragrant. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.